What is up, guys? Yes. What is up? All right, hey guys, I have a quick question. Have you ever been told by a client that literally they're gonna pay you? They're gonna like, hey, I got the check in hand. I'm gonna buy you food. I'm gonna hook you up. I am going to. I'm definitely gonna go with you. You know what I mean? Have you ever been told that by a client? So if you guys are watching this video in the copy club or on replay, drop some fire. If you guys are watching this live, what is up? And so today, guys, so here's one of those things, right? I was recently talking to somebody inside the copy club, and it's one of those things is they have a client, right? The client is excited. The client tells them that they're going to be working with them. The client essentially they even promised them lunch, right? And then they have check in hand, and so they imagined a closed deal. And here's the thing: is they're in that process right at the beginning of their stage where they're just now getting clients. And here's the thing: if you're at your beginning of the stage and you're just getting clients, like raise your hand. Like if you're at your like make money on like starting making money, like if you're just now starting making money online and you're going from that, like here's the thing, right? One of the things that we're going to be talking about in this training is there is a shift. I promise you 1000% there is a shift that you need to learn how to make from being like an employee and having like an employee mindset to having an entrepreneur mindset, like a business mindset, saying like, all right, like all right, one client didn't work out. All right, what am I going to do? Right? What am I going to do? And so that's kind of what we're going to be talking about this. So here's what one of the things is. Let me know if you've ever had a client that says they're going to pay you. They said they're going to work with you. You're excited. You put this huge presentation together, and even if we talked about yesterday, right? I only take one or two clients. I don't take a lot. So when I bring on a client, like usually they're going to pay a high ticket value. They're going to pay a lot. I'm excited to bring them on, and they're leading me on. They're telling me they're going to pay, and then all of a sudden they don't. And so it becomes really frustrating. And so what is that like, right? What is that like for you? And here's the thing: is some people, they'll literally quit, right? And I've had it where in the beginning of my online make money online journey, I've always built websites for myself, but I've also in that time I went and got clients to like get money up front. Like I needed freaking money now. And so a way I could do that is get somebody that would build a website or get a client to like hire me to do something. And a website was always the thing that I would sell, was how to sell a website. And so I would go out there and I would find somebody, and if they didn't pay me and I needed money and they said they were going to pay me, or even if they said they were going to pay me that day and I was really like riding on that money, right? There's been so many times. One of the times is I literally like I had like 2 weeks left until I had to pay my rent. I was like freaking stressed out. I was like, oh my God, I'm like 2 weeks late. What am I gonna do? And then one day, basically it was like I had 2 hours left. I literally had 2 hours left to pay my rent. Otherwise I would have got kicked out. And all of a sudden, one of my clients ended, like basically a guy I talked like months and months ago, right? But one of those clients, he came through and he's like, hey, I need a landing page bill. I need a website bill. And I was like, cool, like it's $2,000, like please pay it, you know? And this is back when I was doing the old way, right? If you were in the copy club, if you haven't watched the way I set up my pricing, you need to go back and rewatch that video. And so you're gonna actually see the old way that I was doing the pricing, right? And so make sure you watch that video, because this was one of the issues, right? This is why I didn't have more than one stream of income. This is why I really wasn't prepared for what actually happened. And so, however, you have to start somewhere, right? If you're just starting in your make money online career, sometimes you absolutely have to start somewhere. You have to start with one client. You have to start with like getting your name out there. You have to start somewhere. And so don't be shy. Don't be scared. Like here's the thing is I'm watching this really cute like reality TV show. It's called Love on the Spectrum, right? And it's about like autism, like it's about adults with autism, right? And they're on the spectrum and they're out there trying to like go on dates with each other. And it's one of those things where it's like sometimes the very first date doesn't work out. they get a couple dates and it doesn't work out. And like, there's a dating coach on there that literally has to show them and teach them that, hey, like, it's all right to not get a date like on the very first time. Like, how many times have you been on a date? How many times have you, like how many girlfriends have you had? How many relationships have you had? And so they really have to like give them that example of like, all right, well, this is one of those things where it's like, how many times have you built a website? How many times have you got clients? How many copywriting clients have you had? How many emails have you typed up, right? So if you're just starting and this is an issue that you're like, hey man, like my freaking client didn't show up. They said they're going to pay me. I thought I was going to, I invested a whole bunch of money into this. And I'm stressed. What am I going to do? And here's one of the things is anytime I've ever been in that situation at the very beginning and a client didn't show up, here's one of the things, I hit the ground running and I hustled, right? Like, so I'm gonna share my screen of what we talked about yesterday, right? And so if you weren't on yesterday's training, you absolutely 1000% need to be on this, because we talked about the old way. And now we also talked about the new way that I do this. And so I kind of break down the pricing, which I believe in order for you to fix kind of what you've done, or like fix how you've been handling clients and bringing on clients and how to stabilize your business, right? Like this is one of the things, this video is a lot about stabilizing your business, because as you actually as you start to develop this new way, you're gonna run into these issues. You're gonna have clients that you have to get this stream going, right? In order to have a lake, you got to get the stream going. And so you do need a couple clients to get you started, right? And so it's not to say that clients aren't the things that we want, because sometimes we do want clients. Sometimes they can pay a high up front. They can give us that like high income right up front that we need to get caught up on bills so you're not freaking stressed out of your mind. But and here's the thing is, yesterday we broke down the step 3, right? Sell. And this is kind of the issue, is I was selling a horrible package. And so we reworked our packaging. Well, here's the thing. I don't ignore step 1 and step 2. Right? I still picked up the phone and I still hit people up on Facebook. Like I hustled my butt off. Like I don't want to think that didn't exist, right? But here's what's really crazy, right? Like I still did those things. But here's one of the things I want you to realize is from this training, I want you to understand, right? I'm gonna even stop sharing for a few seconds, right? I want you to fully 1000% understand, right? 1000% understand is during this, just because your client didn't show up does not mean, like 1000% does not mean you are not truthfully 3 feet from gold, right? If your client didn't pay you, if they said they were going to show up, or they didn't want to go with the deal, or they might have went with somebody else and they're just not telling you, right? But that's all right. That's all right. Here's the thing is, I believe you are 1000% 3 feet from gold. And all you have to do is literally apply what the video that we watched yesterday, right? The video in the training, and literally apply that as a new pricing structure. But also, right, as we, here's one of the things that you can do during this time. It's time to actually be proactive, right? So this is where it comes in is, all right, cool. Remember how we talked about 1 or 2 clients? That means you're going to go out and you're going to still try to find that second client, even though this client says they're going to come on with you soon, right? It's just, you're just like, here's the thing. Don't get up in your head. They might have things in life. They might have like family issues. They might be scared to spend the type of money that they feel that you're going to ask, right? They might not be ready. They might be like, whatever is in their life, it's all right. We are not going to, here's the thing. This is one of the things I really want to talk about, especially if you listen to yesterday's video, is we are not going to just base our one single income off of that one single client. Right? If you base your one income off that and you just give up and like quit now, well, guess what? Like you're never going to be able to build this right now. Here's the thing is, what I want you to do is, one is understand 1000% that our clients are not our only source of income, right? You need to have multiple sources of income. You need to get out there and create the things that are actually going to make you long-term income. If you're still focusing on getting that one-on-one client, guess what? You need to move on and perfect. If you are already starting to build their website, if you're already starting to build the product, you need to turn that into a template that you can sell later, right? And if you haven't created your template yet, that's what you need to focus on, making this template even better, right? So that brings in our next thing is focus on creating your digital products or your ideas, right? If you just created that, like whatever product that you were going to sell them, whatever like thing that you're going to offer them, make it where you're actually going to turn that into a template. Make it where it's like you've already thought of that idea, you've already given your best possible idea to them, and you were going to sell it to them, right? Like otherwise you wouldn't have put that offer out there, right? You literally, I'm imagining the offer that you put, you're like, all right, this is the best offer I could possibly think of, there's no way that they could say no, this is a no-brainer. And here's the thing is, I bet you are going to bring it into our last part, is this gives you the chance, right? When I say it's 3 feet from gold, you don't even understand. This gives you the chance to restructure, right? Here's the thing is, if you've already told them pricing, if you've already told them numbers, if you've already had a number in your head and you feel like that they are going to, that they were going to buy it, right? If you've already told them that, this is where you have the chance to be able to restructure your offer, right? You have the ability to go back and say, all right, like, I probably overpromised that person, right? When I made some of my worst, absolute worst deals, it was deals that I was super, super, super desperate to get, right? I was literally like super desperate to be like, all right, I need to get this. I need everything. So I would offer them every single possible thing. And here's the thing, when I offered it, remember, I was always negotiating. Whenever I offered it, I was always negotiating on my one-on-one services, right? When we talk about the old way, I was negotiating on just, all right, here's my one offer, and now we'll go negotiate on price. No, when we go back to this new way, we're talking about, hey, upfront, it's $5,000 or $2,500 a month. So you can go back and restructure that offer if you were scared to say it the first time, because, hey, they didn't show up. You're going to go after new clients. You're going to go after new people. Dude, they missed their opportunity, man. Like, hey, look, like, here's the thing is, if you can either show up or you can buy the template. It's up to you. You know, like, I'm not going to waste my time. This is what you're going to do, right? So it's either, hey, like, hey, you missed your appointment. I just wanted to let you know it's 5,000 up front or 2,500 a month for me to work with you, or you can buy our template as is for 500 bucks or a 997, right? Literally send them an offer, because they scheduled a meeting with you. But they just basically wanted to know what your offer is, right? They just wanted to know what it is to get to the next thing. They can still buy, right? So don't be shy to literally follow up and say, hey, it's 5,000 to work with you and $2,500 a month for me to keep working with you, or you can buy the template as is for $500, right? So don't be shy to follow up with this as if they miss those appointments, right? Like, don't like, because they really just want to know the offer. They're probably busy, and they can make the decision off there. And you don't have to schedule another meeting. Don't waste your time again, right? Continue going after more clients, right? Continue building your templates, continue finding more sales for this. Because once you start building these revenue streams, once you start building this income, well, guess what? Like, this is going to start flowing. You're going to have 16 people a month on this. You're going to have more template sales. You're going to have more than one client, right? You're not going to be so strapped for cash. However, if you're having the issue of your very first few clients not picking up the phone, not answering, telling you that they're going to buy your services and then never showing up, this is one of those things. Like, literally, if you schedule an hour with them and they didn't answer their phone, I want you just to like go hard on building this, right? Go literally start creating your template. Let everybody know that, like, hey, my client didn't show up. The next freaking person message me gets his deal, right? And literally the next person message you gets in this solid offer, right? And this is the offer that you offer them, right? What we talked about yesterday, the new way of setting up your pricing, that is the offer that you offer them. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of money, right? Like, just follow along. And here's the thing, you could always increase this. If you're past this pricing, definitely increase it, right? This is where it increases. You can always increase these pricing, but this is just a good safe spot. And I say safe, but you don't have to be safe, you know what I mean? Definitely increase it if you know your stuff is worth more. And I highly encourage you to. So hope that helped. Drop some comments, drop some like, let any questions that you guys have. Who we got on live? What is up? Yeah. So if you have clients that don't show up, if you have clients that don't that don't follow through what they're going to say. This is a great way, right? This is a great way to increase your business. Know that one single client isn't just your business, right? Know that that one single client isn't just like your one stream of income. Focus on those other streams of income, right? This is your chance to really grow those other things, so you're just going to have that additional source of revenue. You know what I mean? And so hope it helped. Let me know and rock out. Welcome to the club. If this is one of your first club videos, if you are watching this and you're not inside the club, you got to get inside the JC Copy Club, because you're going to learn a lot more stuff like this. And so, but if you're in the club, yes, welcome to the club. I love you. Let's rock.